Hello, welcome to MGP596. I'm Sheepdog, and this week it's me, Pab, and Anna. Kev's not here, so hello, Pab and Anna.
Hello.
Hello, we got you this time, Anna.
We got you. Kev's flown to Denmark to buy. Why has he gone? He sent some text being like, "Do you want to come to Copenhagen
Billund.
to buy
No, Billund.
Lego?" Billund, sorry.
They're not
And I
Denmark?
was Pab was kind of like, "No, I've got work."
I mean, listen, right. If Kev has much longer distance planning, if he'd have told me a month ago, I could have done something about it. I just can't. I can't do a 2-week window to get off work that easy. So I mean,
this
I'd
is
have
it.
been there. I'd have been there otherwise.
He announced that he needed to do it today. I said, Kev, I wouldn't survive the journey. It would just ruin me.
Yeah.
And I can't do it. And Pab was like, this is no notice. But I don't understand was there some sort of reason he had to do it? Was the shop changing?
Yes,
Was the flight changing?
The flights have been cancelled, aren't they? They're stopping doing flights to it from
No, they're not. It's not stopping doing flights to it. It's Ryanair is the only place that flies there for £25.
Yes, there you go.
And
right, so they're getting rid of that.
Yeah. And then to go after that, because we were going to look in April to go, it'd be £250 per person. So I was just like, Kevin, just go. I can't go, but for 25, just go.
That's
please.
Mad. 10 times the cost. What an outrageous rip-off.
Yeah, because of Brexit and other. I think it's because Denmark want to charge a tourist fee of £5, and instead of putting their prices up by a fiver, they've just went no. It's stupid, but they didn't want to put their prices up by a fiver for some tourist tax, so they've just binned it. And I'm like, that's not the greatest.
It's a different airline, isn't it?
It's Ryanair now, and then it will be BA, I think.
Yeah, exactly. So there you go. It's a completely different standard of airline, isn't it? So that's why the prices are silly money.
If anyone's
go,
ever wondered what it's like, ever wonder what it's like being mates with Kev, these are the sorts of things you need to be aware of. Ryanair or whoever cancelling flights to Denmark, it's his last chance to go to the Lego store there. That isn't an unusual text to get from that man, is it really? I mean,
No.
I've been invited to get in the car and go to all sorts of places in the decade plus I've known him. So yeah. We would have all been with him if we'd had a bit more notice. If Ryanair had announced this hike a little bit more, we'd have been doing this episode on location in Denmark, in Lego itself. I imagine he spent all of your money. You're probably poor now, Anna. I think he's. I messaged him saying if I'd thought about it, I'd have got you a tour of the building or whatever. If I could have got in touch with someone, and he was like, "It's all on the same campus anyway, so I'm just going to wander around." So he may have been arrested, to be fair.
Yeah. If I don't hear from him, I'll let everyone know that videos won't be coming out for a while. Because
the plus side will be that I can only assume the prison would be made of Lego, so he could just stand there for a bit and then just boot the wall down and leave. So yeah, he may be all right. As soon as he figures that out, he's probably sat there at the moment twiddling his thumbs, completely not realizing all he has to do is walk through the wall because he's a grown man. But once he figures it out, he'll be back.
By the time this comes out, he should be back.
But it's Kev. He might not have figured it out. So, I mean, it's weird doing these segments without having much going on. I spend all of my time lounging around on a sofa or a bed at the moment. I am basically living my dream. I'm basically an OnlyFans model, but without the income or the content. The most random thing that happened to me today was that a man delivered a massive sack of dirt, and that might not have even been today because I've lost track of my days, to be honest. That might have been yesterday. You two had anything fun happen?
Wait, a sack of dirt? Did you order it, or was it just offering it at the door?
Mrs. Sheepdog ordered it. I'm not sure why. I found it odd because I have a succulent plant that I needed to repot, and so I walked out into my driveway with a little pot and just scooped some dirt up, put the succulent in it, and thought, well, he's sorted. Put him back on the shelf because I had to break one in two, and now I've got two succulents basically. Anyway, I don't think she ordered it for that purpose. I don't know how she plans on getting it around the back because unless we do it in very small parcels of dirt, I don't see how I'm ever going to have the energy. I did try and see whether my weight was just enough to drag it. I thought if I could just lean backwards and this slides along the floor, but it is like a proper ton of dirt. So I imagine she's got a wheelbarrow coming or something. Well, I don't know if it's an actual ton. Like it's massive. It's a proper
big like
a crane had to lower it on while he was getting the crane ready. I had to go and check where the cat was because I didn't want the cat to run underneath it. I just had visions of the cat appearing at the window and going bloop just underneath it as it got put down. So I had to go make sure I was holding him while it got lowered. He was asking me where I wanted to put it, and I was like, I genuinely don't know. Like, I haven't been given any instructions. I didn't even know if I was supposed to be awake when you came out. And in the end, we said stick it on the driveway, which turned out to be right. That was good. But I don't know what it's for. Maybe she's planning on doing some sort of Minecraft real life thing.
Wait, it feels like,
huh?
Came like on a crane or something.
Well, like a big truck with a crane on the back of it.
Could it not have gone into your back garden?
No, it wouldn't have gone that high.
Wouldn't have gone over the top.
Height. Yeah. It does feel like it's the opposite of my plan to dig a big hole in the garden and make a mine.
Yeah,
out
more
there.
dirt.
She's somehow burying the garden more, which, I mean, I might have to have a word with her and say, you realise my plan would have given you dirt. I don't know. But other than that, I don't think anything else has really gone on in my world. It's all been. I have played games. Have you had any shenanigans happen?
Shenanigans.
Christmas tree down.
Wait, what?
We had a winter tree up.
Right.
What, still?
No, it's down now. We were gonna keep. I wanted something that was beautiful in the room to keep my spirits up, so I kept the tree up.
Oh, we have fairy lights in our living room.
Yeah, so I kept the tree up. It's down now, because we're having an inspection and we don't want the tree up to seem like weird people, so we took it down.
Is it going to go back up afterwards?
No, it's been taken back to the storage unit. We'll get it back out in late November, I'm guessing. So I've just been tidying areas that get a bit untidy, not dirty, just untidy. I get
not dirty.
No, I get things out and then I don't put them away. I'm that kind of person. I'm awful for it, but I'm trying my best to sort things out. I still have boxes from the old house with stuff in that I do need. I just don't need it now. And Kev's like, put it in the storage unit. I was like, yeah, but I don't know when I'll need it. So if it's just under that table, I know it's there, and then I can get it when I need it. I just don't need it now, and he doesn't understand that. So yeah, just been tidying things up, which means that tires me out, which means I do a little bit and then I go to sleep. So it's just been a bit of tidying and sleeping this past week because that's how I live. I do have new medication that this morning I woke up and I could move. That was fun. Morphine, yay for the pain. Don't do drugs, kids. I'm just saying, but
morphine is good.
Morphine is. I woke up and I forgot that I should have pain, and I was like, this, and then like I thought about it, and I'm thinking, this is weird. I'm not in excruciating pain. I can actually just sit up in bed. So I don't know if it's a fluke or I slept differently, but this morning.
Was this after Kev had gone early? Are you sure it wasn't just that maybe Kev's keeping you all night?
Kevin, who went about an hour ago. So,
right, okay.
No. But I did sleep on the sofa, so maybe because Kev's doing this weird thing that if he goes to bed early and gets up super early, then when he has to get up at 5, he won't be groggy. Last night I was just finishing what I was doing. I was like, I'll be upstairs. I went upstairs at like 10:05, and he was masked up, blanket over the head, and I was like, I'm not gonna get into that. And I just came back downstairs. I'm like, I can't, because the thing is, I have things to do to get ready for bed, and it would wake him up, and it would just make him grumpy.
I don't think, if you haven't seen the picture on Twitter, Kev sleeps like an Egyptian mummy that has been properly prepared for its journey to the afterlife. He's like properly wrapped up,
yes,
and covered in all of the things that it needs to be covered in.
So I just don't bother. So I just brushed my teeth. I came back downstairs and just laid on the sofa, and at some point fell very asleep and woke up. I was like, because I didn't think about it. I just got up, and I was like, And then like when I sat down with my breakfast, I'm like, oh, I'm not screaming for pain medication because I have to go and get my breakfast in order to take my medicine because it needs to be with food. But yeah, that's been a week, which
That's
means I have
awesome. Yeah,
not
hopefully that'll
touched.
continue and you'll be painless for a bit.
Well,
Yeah.
not as like it's. I know there's pain there, but I can live with it. It's like my everyday pain that I used to have, which I lived with. It's weird, but we'll see. We'll see what this magic pressure. I've only had it on for like 24 hours, so we shall see. Which means I have not touched a controller this week, though I have bought one. It comes in April. I bought the Last of Us one.
Yes. You
Because
messaged me about it, didn't you? Yeah,
I did, because there's this weird thing going on it was on at Argos, sorry. It said it had none, but if you put in your postcode and then go to pay, it goes, yep, we'll see you on the 10th. And I was like, fair enough. So it will come on the 10th, I hope. But yeah, just because I forgot they were coming out. I think it was like earlier this week, maybe late last week. So I completely forgot, and I did want one because they are beautiful. And then UK, what is it? UK something. Let me find it. Do I have one from them today? Sorry, everybody. UK hot deals. I think
I was going to say, is it hot deals? Yeah, that website that gives you codes and stuff.
Yeah, they every day they send things, and I was just going through it, and I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot that was coming out. Clicked on it because they were saying that Argos have got some, and I was like, no. But then I just did all the things, and I was like, oh my god, I have one. So I have one hopefully coming early in April.
Yeah.
So yeah, now we're just on tenterhooks for Assassin's Creed, which I hear comes out at 4:30. Kev's annoying. Because it's supposed to come tomorrow, and he gets my games from Amazon, and it says on his thing, will come by 11 p.m. tomorrow, and he said I'll probably be home before you even get it.
Oh,
and
no.
I'll be sitting on the floor just rocking, Kev. That's all I'll be doing if that doesn't come. But before 11, I'll just I'll have to download it. But I love physical media. I just love it. Like ever since I was little, I don't like digital. It's not personal that way. I just don't like, even when like with Fallout 76, everything for that is digital. And obviously I got the big head.
Yes.
Even though I don't like that game and I don't play it anymore, I needed the physical thing. I need physical. Yeah. So if he doesn't come by, I'm going to say 7 p.m. I'm just going to have to download it, because hopefully that will be past when everyone is downloading it, and I'll just be like, I'll just have to buy it and send that back, even though I desperately want to open it and do what I do with cases.
I mean, at that point, Anna, I'd just wait. If you're gonna download it, if you're gonna opt for that, you opt for 9 a.m. tomorrow morning and get a full day's worth out of it instead of sitting there all day.
Yeah, I know.
You spent all your day waiting for it. You might as well wait another couple of hours for what it's worth if you want to wait for the disc, which you like anyway.
I do like.
If you're gonna do something a bit naughty, as it were, and go for the digital, you might as well go all the way and do it at 9 a.m. in the morning and get a full day's play out of it.
But it deliveries, it's so weird, because round the corner where we used to live, everything would come in the morning. We moved round the corner. It literally, my house is 2 minutes away. It takes all day, but we shall see. It will give me like, I'll just, instead of just waiting around, I will do all the tidying up that I need to do.
Oh, there you go.
Because Kevin will go, oh, we'll do it on Friday, and I'm like, yeah, but they're coming on Friday, and I don't think my body will take that. But that's just how it was, but I've not played anything, unfortunately, because Kev came down and went, yeah, we've got an inspection, and that clears my mind, and I'm like, I have to do this. I can't play anything because I'll feel guilty about playing. So unfortunately, it's just one of them weeks. But tomorrow,
Yeah, it does. It does. I mean, I feel like we've had looking at the conversation, we've had a controller centric week, really, because you mentioned that
Yeah.
the other day about the controller, and then I sent you into a bit of a frenzy because
Oh, yeah.
I
It's gonna kill
you said
you.
to me, you get in the you got the Last of Us controller. I went, well, I said, no, I don't need another PS5 controller after I got the Pro, and you was like, you got a Pro, and I was like,
Yeah.
I know, I mean the Pro controller thing that I couldn't for the life of me. I sat there thinking, I don't know what this controller's called. I had it in my hand. I was like, I don't know what this controller is called anymore. I was like,
Oh,
it's the PlayStation 5
Yep.
controller Elite, and I was like, the Elite's the Xbox one, so it's not that. So I was like, it's the Pro controller then, and then I realised the Pro controller is the Nintendo one, and then of course I was thinking today, what's it called? I was like, it's a DualSense. It's like, it's a DualSense Edge. Yeah, of course it is. As soon as I say the word DualSense, it just, yeah, there you go. So I have got the DualSense Edge.
Yeah, because I thought
And
he
then-
had a Pro,
Yeah,
and
you
then
thought
I was
I
like,
meant
you
the
told me
Pro
I didn't need a
console.
Pro,
You
and
don't.
then that means I'd have to go and talk to Kevin and go, well, Pab's got one and says
I mean,
he's got one, so now I need one.
I don't think you need it. I don't think you need a PS5 Pro. I think you could go for a better Xbox, but yeah. And then today Sheepdog's pinging us a message about the Elite controllers, and I was like, what is this week? What's
That's
going
not
on?
a bad price for it. What he said.
I looked at it and I was like, I'm genuinely stunned at that price, to be fair, and I don't know what it is. I don't know
They're
where
probably
you
bringing
found
a
this
new one
Sheepdog.
out.
Oh, I
It
didn't
must be
think about
time,
that.
mustn't it? They must be doing something.
Oh, they haven't
They've
done
all
a new
suddenly
one
done-
since before 2018-ish, I want to say. But this one's been it's a good controller, so I don't know whether just because they've put they can do the Pro controller in the lab thing now, can't you? What's it called now? That lab thing that they do for controllers Xbox. It's
I have one.
is it like Create Labs or something, whatever it is, where you can customize it and put your own colors on it. You can do that with Pro controllers now.
Yeah,
Elites.
it's very expensive though.
It's expensive. Oh, it is
It
expensive,
is.
but you can customize your own Elite controller.
Mine is every color. The one I got myself.
Oh yeah.
Orange, red, green, teal. It's just all the colors that you could find because I wanted it the most disgusting thing you could see. It's so fun.
I mean, I did look. I've got a new mini console, and why can I not remember the name? You know, like the Super Nintendo Mini, and I got the NES Mini, and I've got a Neo Geo one of the PlayStation Classic, whoever it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got a Neo Geo mini cabinet, little mini one, and I've got another called something like something. It's a Sega one, and I don't know what it's called. I'm getting up.
Mega.
There you go. I just leant over the side there to look what it's called. It's called an Astro City machine. It's a little It's a little handheld thing. So I was like, I need room to put this on my cabinets. And I need to clear some space to fit this in here because it's not going anywhere else. It's going to go with the rest of them on the cabinets. But it's just
should just all get like a house together, so we've got massive rooms and we can just put all our stuff in it. No,
Kevin just commandeering for Lego.
Yeah, but he's moved out with that now. He's got a unit.
It knows no bounds, Anna. He will fill that in no time, and then he'll be back in another room.
I know it is because that's what happened upstairs. Because he had a room. I was like, right, you've got a room for that. You've got a room for your office. Stay there. Oh no, it started coming out onto the landing and out on the landing walls. And I'm just like, Kevin, why are you taking over the landing? Oh, I'm not. I'm just putting these here for now. I'm like, of course you are. It's so annoying. But yeah.
So yeah, I found space because like literally on top of all of my mini consoles are all my controllers just on the top of them. And I just literally pulled like 4 Xbox controllers out of the way. I was like, I don't even know I had these controllers. I've got the Sea of Thieves controller. I've got the Xbox 30th anniversary controller. I've got a blue Xbox controller. And I was like, I've just got so many controllers, so I just put them all behind the telly instead of in front of the TV instead. So I was like, just shoved them all in the back and just slotted my new mini console in there. I was like, no, I don't have to worry about it. I've got too many controllers.
Yeah, well, I have, 3 at the moment for the PlayStation, and 2 for the Xbox. No, three for the Xbox. So yeah, I'm getting a collection.
I've got.
I like looking at them.
6 Xbox,
Wow.
and 3 PlayStation. 7 actually with Xbox if you
That's
collect Heavy
absurd.
Elite.
Because
Yeah, but they keep bringing them out. Sheepdog.
Yeah,
but I have a household of like 3 people that game, and I mean, we
Yeah,
all
you
have the
share.
controllers that
I mean,
come. Yeah,
that's not absurd. Then it's more. It's
we need more controllers.
reflects
We don't
bad,
get
yeah,
them.
it reflects badly on you, Sheepdog. You need to get some more.
Ollie keeps breaking his, and I'm like, well, that's nuts to you. You're not having any of mine.
That's why you don't buy it anymore.
I got a second. I got a controller for my PlayStation, thinking that it would encourage Mr. Sheepdog to play and also enable my youngest to play. And when it arrived, I was like, "Yeah, you guys can you can use this controller, Ben." And then when I looked at it, it looked in better condition than mine. So I was like, "I don't know." I mean, mine wasn't bad. I think it was just more that they were both just the same sort of color. That one just looks new because it was a refurb, I think, out of the box. But I was like, I actually can't tell these apart, so don't worry about it. We'll just put them on charge and whatever. But
Kids
I was
are
expecting it to be
icky.
visible. I mean, Ben's cleaner than Ollie. Ollie's still like will eat an apple while putting apple juice over his controller, and it drives me nuts. He'll be moaning about drift, and then I go and get a wipe and clean all the buttons, and then it works. And it's like, oh, it wasn't drift.
Yeah. Oh, the amount of times of Andy's where I just have to take it off him and just clean it because kids are just disgusting, and it was just like you smacked one of my DS's to get it working again. So yeah. That was.
I mean,
whatever was in that. That is the Sheepdog magic tap that causes that.
I mean, to be fair, your Joy-Cons Joy-Cons took a drink, didn't they?
Yes,
one point,
they
thanks
did.
to Kevin.
Because he was
in a coffee.
Oh, I could have killed him. I could have killed him. And he just looked at it. It went in and it just looked at it. I'm like, take it out. Oh my god. My brand new Switch. I'm like, but it worked. Well, last time I think it did,
yeah. Yeah, I think it was fine.
I have a OLED now.
Just need drying out, yeah. Yeah.
Honestly.
In the interest of, I remember you saying you wanted to get through this because you have things to do after, Anna.
Oh no, I'm fine now. I don't have tummy ache.
Is there any new? I know you got Assassin's Creed tomorrow, but is there anything new that we need to cover off, Pab, from yourself, or do we just crack on to new games? Or like, is there any new games at all that you need to cover out?
No, there's nothing. I've got nothing brand new to speak of. There's nothing new coming out
tomorrow.
I toyed with a few different games to buy because the Steam sales on it will have finished by the time this is going out, but the Steam sale is on for us at the minute. And I went through the list and I was like, yeah, maybe that's not a bad price. And then I realised I'm going to be paying full whack for Assassin's Creed at the end of the week. I'm not gonna. You
can find it cheaper else.
Oh no! I bought it. I bought it a full whack on Steam because it's the first time it's come onto Steam straight away. Normally it goes onto Uplay for 12 months and then they drop it onto Steam.
Okay.
But I have a weird like memory thing where if it's not on Steam, it kind of doesn't exist. So I fall off games so fast because I don't think to look in the Uplay or whatever it is, Ubisoft Connect app or whatever it is, where I've got a ton of games. Like Star Wars, I forgot that I bought that Star Wars game. And like I'm thinking, realistically, I'm never going to play that game because it's not in my Steam library. So because I open Steam every day and have a look and go, what am I playing? And just go on the list. I don't even think to open up Ubisoft or EA. I've got tons of EA games. I don't do it at all. So yeah, I was opted to get it on Steam and justified it that like, well, you get if you pre-purchase it, you get the first DLC pack for free and some sort of pre-order bonuses. So I was like, yeah, fine, that's fine. I'll go with that. So, and it's getting good scores. Apparently, it's getting good review scores at the minute. So,
seeing like
positive
in the 80s, which is fine. Like I'm going to play it regardless of what.
Yeah, I didn't buy it until the reviews went up, just simply because I did. If it was horrendously bad, if it was like 3s and 4s, I might have been like, yeah, let's give it a miss. But if it was in the 6s and 7s, I probably would have gone, yeah, okay.
Oh, as in the 4 out of 10. I thought you meant like a 4
Yeah.
out of 5. I was
Oh
like,
no,
that's
like the 3s and 4s out of 10s. If it was that bad, I'd have been like,
okay.
maybe I do give it a miss. But if it was in 6s and 7s, it then becomes a thing of like it's just certain people's tastes and
Yeah, and that's what you
yeah.
gotta think.
Yeah.
And people are gonna moan because it's a man and a woman that you play. So there's gonna be people like, there should be just one protagonist. I'm like, shut up, just shut up. But I'm gonna enjoy
Well,
it.
just play as
regardless.
one protagonist. It doesn't matter. You don't have to play the game as. You don't have to chop and change. I think, well, what I
Oh,
remember
what?
saying.
It's like the
No.
Viking
I
one.
think you can chop and change as much as you want, but obviously, I think that they play two very different ways. One's a shinobi, one's a samurai. One's a big brute and samurai who charges through doors and just no stealth with it at all. Whereas the other one's complete stealth, and you are in trying to just
But
silently take everyone out.
as the story goes, you play as different people, but
I might be wrong in this. I'm
'Cause
sure I remember
in-
hearing someone saying you can do it. You can just literally play as one if you wanted to.
because in the Viking one, that one was you could play as both.
Well, that was the exact same character, wasn't it? You either or you play it. The story it wasn't like it was literally you were either a male or female version.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was either you were one or the other. You were either. I think the one you're thinking of is Odyssey.
Okay.
Odyssey
no,
was where you were twins.
Yeah, in the Viking one, at the start of the story, it's like, do you want to play as the female or the male one? Because
yes,
I thought that the male, because then I thought it was like two different. There'd be two different outcomes because the brother, spoilers, gets kidnapped. Now, if you play as the man, does then the sister get kidnapped? So maybe. Okay.
Anna,
yeah,
that's Odyssey. That's Odyssey where that happens. I don't think that's Valhalla, is it?
I think it is because it was the wolves that the wolves came down from when you were a child. The wolves come down and start ripping you apart, and then like your partner comes in over the intercom. Did you play?
I don't
Valhalla?
recall that. Yeah, I played a fair amount of both of them. I remember. I thought it was like interchangeable. Like you can be a man or a woman. It doesn't matter. The story's exactly the same. But the difference in the Odyssey one was where you were twins, weren't you? And then you picked whichever one gets taken. I think
you were twins because your brother at the start, your brother gets thrown off the cliff, and then you go in after him. But your brother is a baby.
That's interchangeable though. So you could be the male, and the girl is the one that goes off the cliff. It's either or, I think. It doesn't overly matter either way.
Yeah, because it was years ago, so it doesn't
It's
matter.
so far back now, Odyssey, and even Valhalla.
Valhalla
was 2020.
Oh, stop it! It can't have been.
I think so because they had Mirage as well after that. Yeah, so
yeah, wow,
it's about right.
Been a while, but
anyways,
I'm gonna play it anyway.
Yeah, we got that coming next week. Next week you'll hear about it.
You will, but we get it tomorrow.
But other than that, you've not played anything.
No.
Been busy. Fair enough.
Been busy. Nothing. Just bit of Lego, but I want
I expect nothing less.
Quiet time. Lego is quiet time. It makes my mind go blank. That's why I forgot this was happening.
That company are trying their absolute darndest to get the hooks into me with their axolotls and now their Pokemon.
Yeah, they just released that the Pokemon is now been released from Mega Bloks and is now coming to Lego. So yeah, they've got a new license to entice. I
feel like if they really want a piece of the Sheepdog, then they need to improve their Sonic ones a little bit. I feel like the roundness of the Sonic ones put me off. They didn't look quite right. If they can upgrade those a little bit, I mean, I wouldn't mind getting a Pokemon Center or a shop or a couple of other bits like that. I think that'd be cool.
It looks like the first thing that's coming is Pikachu.
It's always, isn't it?
Yeah.
I was looking through the games I played this week on Xbox and PlayStation, and I have dabbled in more than I expected because I think part of that is getting PlayStation Plus. So to start with them, I mean, I played more of Dragon Age. Not loads more, but I played more, and I was like, yeah, this is fine. It hasn't really gripped me yet, and that's not a bad thing. Like I said, I'm criticizing it. It's that I just haven't had a chance to be really pulled into it. It's fine, and I'm going to keep going with it. I haven't really got much to say beyond that. I just will keep going with it.
I think the more characters you get, the more you get invested. I don't know how many characters you'd have at this point.
I can't remember, but yeah, I imagine. I mean, that tracks, doesn't it? And yeah, it's not a criticism. It's more of a case of just I'm going to keep going. I've not been put off it.
To it. Yeah.
I had downloaded games for Ben because I thought he'd be excited to come home. He kept going on about wanting to play Ape Escape because he'd seen it in the Astrobot. And so I got him that, and then he was raging about how hard it was to control it. He was so unhappy with the fact that it was like left stick to move and right stick to swing your net. So I had to play that for him for a bit. But I was somewhat disappointed because I remember it starting with this like scientist going, talking gibberish and being like, this becomes this, that becomes that, my time machine works, and all of this. And the video was completely different in the opening. I don't know if it just happened later and I missed it, or Ben did skip a couple of videos at one point. But yeah, I was like, this isn't the story I remember, the rich, plot. But no, it was fun playing that for a bit. I also got him Sonic Colors Ultimate because I thought, oh, he likes Sonic, I'll get him that. And then he was telling me that he was like, I played it, but I just replayed the first level over and over and over again. And I was like, how?
What?
What I think he did was it says like press start to continue or press R1 to replay the level. And I think he was just hitting R1 and then replaying the level. And I was like, mate. But because I'd done the first level, I then ended up just doing like however many. I was playing it for a while and, got onto another world and all this sort of stuff. And that's quite a fun little game. It's I always feel like Sonic games struggle. I've said this before. They struggle between wanting to appeal to the people who just want a 2D platformer and the people who want to run really, really fast. And it gets stuck between the two. And it definitely suffers from that to an extent. But there are points where, like, you've got an alien you've interacted with, and when you press the button, it lets you zigzag through a load of crystals at lightning speed and whatever. The plot's quite funny. It's very tongue in cheek and silly, and feels more in line with the cartoon kind of vibe of comedy. Ben was watching me play it because I think at that point he'd realised A, he wasn't going to get a look in because I was playing it, and B, it wasn't really for him. But no, we had good fun with that. That's on PS Plus at the moment. I also had a crack at the Turtles game because it was on there, and I wasn't expecting it to be such an old-fashioned kind of version of it. It was like a proper old-school arcade. I want to say like 8-bit.
It's the Cowabunga collection, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's the NES ones and the Game Boy ones, isn't it? Something like that.
It was properly like low bit and hard to kind of get the. It was funny because I said to him, Ben was like, "Why are you repeating this bit over and over?" And I said, "Because I got low health, and I've realised that this game's so old that if I go up this door and then back in it, the health respawns over and over again. So I'm just going to keep doing that until I've got my health back, and then I'll crack on with the game." But yeah, that was a bit of fun to play that, although it was a bit clunky. So I was kind of, I don't know. He also had been telling me again and again that Astrobot had added a new world with the skull. I finally loaded that up because I was on it with him, and I had a look at it. I haven't played that game in a month, and all of my skills in that game are now gone. So I failed miserably at all the levels. I'd started them. I tried to go through them. I was like, no, I can't do any of this anymore. I could probably sit and learn my way back up to it, but I just didn't have the patience. I tried every level maybe 6 or 7 times, failed miserably, and was like, eh. But yeah, I think that now has like 330 bots in it you can get, something like that, maybe 325. But yeah, I love the fact that they're just chucking new content into that as and when they want to. And yeah, very cool. The other things I've been on, funnily enough, so a while back I talked about Shady Part of Me. It was a game that I played on Game Pass, and I loaded that up to play it, and Ben did the reverse to me. I was playing it, then he started playing it, and now he's much further than I am with it, and I just kind of help him when he's stuck, but he just gets on with it. So I was just like, well, I'm not going to bother playing it if I'm watching you play it. I'm laying here, you've got further than me now, and there's no point in me continuing. So I'm just doing the bits he finds hard, and he's playing through it. And part of me's like, I really hope this doesn't have a sad ending because my 7-year-old's enjoying it. And it doesn't say that it's not for people his age, I don't think. And it definitely says it's for 7+. Okay, cool. But he kept saying like, what is this place? Why is she here? What's going on? And I'm like, no, it seems to be a mental institute. She seems to be in a padded cell.
Oh.
Why doesn't she like being in the light? Oh, I think she's probably a bit scared of light for some reason, but I don't know why yet. And I'm just like, oh God. It's a bit of an emotional game, but it's
Oh
very
no.
cool. It's a very
You're
good
gonna-
story.
You're
I'm
gonna have to have some
hoping
conversation, Sheepdog, at the end of this.
it's just going to go over his head because there were some comments. She didn't like the people that watch while she's playing, or the people that she was commenting on certain bits, and he just wasn't taking any of it in. And I was like, okay, cool. I think he's just not really sure what they're saying.
Right. Yeah. Fair
But he's
enough.
got quite far in it. I was very surprised because I went for a lie down because I was tired. I come back and he'd been playing it while I was gone, and he'd gone like way further. He was like, I was like, okay, you've really been going at this. You've enjoyed this a lot because you're just switching between the foreground where you're the person and the background where you're her shadow. And I think he just liked the format of that. It's good. And then the last thing, which I didn't do a ton of time on, but I saw it had been added to Game Pass. I think apparently it was added in end of January. But Starbound, which is like a Terraria style. It was on Steam like a long time ago. I want to say like 2016, so it was nearly a decade ago.
Yeah.
But it's just been added to Game Pass. Looks very much like Terraria, but it's like sci-fi. I kind of got it because I saw it advertised and thought this looks well up Oliver's street. Looks exactly like the kind of game you'd get obsessed with because he got really into Terraria. Had a go on it, played it for a bit myself, and thought, yeah, I think you will enjoy it. I don't know that I'll get heavily into it, but I think he will. He hasn't had a chance to download it yet, but I just thought, you know what, people who like Terraria might have missed this at the time. Apparently, I was reading about it because I was like, why is this only coming out on a console now? Why wasn't it a bigger deal a long time ago? And apparently, it had a big flash of like people playing it, and the company just kind of fell by the wayside and disappeared. And I guess it's all been revived a bit now. There's probably more complicated bits to that, but long story short, it's on Game Pass now, and this is the first time it's been on console. And rah rah rah. But yeah, check it out if you like Terraria. It seems pretty cool. I think again, I just don't think I have the time for it. But yeah, I played quite a bit of all of them. Don't think there's anything else I played. It's been a busy one.
Yeah, it seems like you've been busy, Sheepdog. You've been cracking on with stuff. What the hell? Far more than me, anyway. I'll tell you that much. So I mentioned last week that I've started Split Fiction last week. I finished Split Fiction now.
Yeah, I tried to get Kevin to play it. He said no. He was busy.
Yes. I fully understand your frustration based on the stream that you did. It was yeah.
I just want to kill him.
Yeah.
The amount of times I was just like, I told him before, I was like, if you annoy me, I will just turn it off. He's like, oh, you can't do that. We're streaming it, but I was so close, just pressing that button and just going, no. He is impossible to play with, but yeah, I do want to finish it because it was fun.
And I heavily encourage you to finish it because that game has one hell of an ending.
Was it better than the pigs?
Because
that was great.
The pigs is a highlight, but I mean, yes, for me, it's just it's a technical masterclass on what they do at the end of the game.
Okay.
I'm like, it's not even like what it is, but it's what they do. It's not even story related. It's like technologically, I don't know what they are doing. It is so very cleverly done. The story is perfectly fine, good enough to get through. Not like one of them games I'm just like mash through the story. I don't care. I'm just enjoying the game. I enjoyed the story. I finished it in about 13 hours, I want to say. So that wasn't too bad in the grand scheme of things. 13 hours is all right. And yeah, I cannot see this not being in the top 5 for Game of the Year right now. I mean, we're in March, going into April. I never say never, but I cannot see it not being in there. I really think this will be this for it'll be fighting for Game of the Year, I think. So I kind of need you to play some more, Anna.
Yeah, well, I tried to, but he says he was
Oh, I
busy
know. But
this
yeah,
week, so I couldn't.
no. It's a very special game, well worth playing, and it is co-op game. It's a required co-op game, but you only ever need to buy one copy. Completely cross-play. It's a very good deal, as it were.
And the old one is available everywhere now, isn't it? I forget what it's called.
It Takes Two. Another very good game. Very good game. I like that one. The Game of the Year. The year it came out at the Game Awards. I wouldn't be. I will be stunned if it's not at least nominated this for Game of the Year this year at the Game Awards. I think it's got another good chance of winning. It really does. Superb game. And the only other thing I have played is more Avowed. I mentioned that after finishing Final Fantasy last week that I finished Final Fantasy and needed something like yourself, Anna. I'm like, okay, well the clock is ticking now for Assassin's Creed. We need to find something to play in the meantime. And Avowed seems to be the thing that's got me. It's the only thing I want to play. I've got to the verge now where I've got to go to the next area instead of the Lost Lands. I got there. I've not been there yet because I was like, I did all like the side quests that were popped up except for one. I'll get to that in a minute. And so I was just pushing the main quest stuff, and I was going through it, and I did like 2 or 3 more main quests sort of thing. And it was like, right, you've got to go to the next area then. And I go on the journal to look at my, my quests and what have you, and it's like 3 skulls. It's like 3 skull difficulty. I'm like, am I not meant to be going in this next area then yet? Because it's like saying it's a 3 skull.
It's not that
difficulty.
bad.
Well,
I went.
so I just was like, I don't know what. So I was like, right, well, I need to. Okay, it's the side quests are done. Time for the bounties then. So I went on to the bounties and I just cleaned all the bounties out one at a time. The bounties were initially, when I took the bounties right at the start of the game, were all 2 or 3 skull difficulty bounties. Now they all have 0 skulls on them. You just walk up to them and I'm pretty much cleaning up. So I did all of them, and then there's one quest which is like find all the shards for the totem or something like that. Is it not? It's not the Lost Lands. Is it? So it's something I can never remember the name of it. Yeah, it's whatever the lands are. But yeah, it's find these totem, find these different shards for the totem. I was like, right, okay, that's what we're gonna do. But it's like the quest is like find them, and then there's an optional quest of like find information to locate to give you the locations of them. I was like, I don't know what I'm meant to be looking for here. There's nothing on the map for it. It's just like explore it. So now that's what I've been doing. I've fine-tooth combed pretty much that entire area. I clearly haven't because I haven't found them all. I found 4 of 6, and it's infuriating me because I don't see any obvious places that I can go now. But it's a very cool game to play. I've enjoyed it a lot. The combat is just, I mean, to be fair, I think I'm probably over level for that area now because I just run into a camp and just like bash everything with a sword and just one shot things. No, it's not. I think I've just turned level 9.
Okay.
I know the difficulty's gone. I've gone up in level because the main quest is now a 2 skull difficulty rather than a 3 skull. So I was like, I know, okay. But I was like, I didn't realize what these totems do. These totems give you like passive abilities.
They do.
So I don't know what. I was like, well, no, I've got to get them. I was like, my initial thought was like, I want to get through to the next area so I have some more stuff to discuss on the podcast about this new area. I was like, but you can't now.
Yeah.
These things are worth having. So now what I'm going to do next time is probably just have a map up and get a map going of the area and just show me the locations because I've been up and down areas. I've found so many chests that I didn't realize were there. I found a couple of grave robbers. Have you found the grave robbers? The grave robbers were quite amusing. That wasn't even a quest. That was just an event just kind of
Yeah.
happened where the grave robbers just turned up.
It's a
And
big game. There's lots going on.
Yeah, and it's just I just found it very cool that you can just come across random. I came across the people in this like this like district where there was people trying to push like a watcher on you, like the watchers. There's like a district in the high town or wherever it is, and I did like the Kai guy just went, just keep walking around here. Don't pay any attention to what these lot are talking to you. If you stop, you won't end up. Yeah, I was like, okay, and then I did end up stopping and talking to somebody, and then I went and found a watcher.
Oh.
I found a watcher there, and it's like everyone's like kind of trying to get to queuing up to see this watcher. Is basically like what's the word I'm thinking of? Like not a palm reader, but like can predict the future and stuff like that. And
Cool.
you go in there and just pretty much call them on it. You're talking nonsense. You're talking nonsense, and then she goes, yeah, you're right, all right, whatever. I was like, all right, okay. So I found these are just events. They're not quests. They're just things happening. Like I say, the graveyard. And I found a couple of grave robbers, and then you go in there and go, you shouldn't be doing this. And then the big lad goes, no, you're right. I'm going. I don't want to fight you. And then the other one's going, well, what? What? You're supposed to be like the muscle. You end up
I'm sure your
fighting just one of
charisma
them.
isn't too high on this.
I think it's my might was too high on that one. My strength was too high. I think he just didn't want to fight in the first place. He's just not a fighter. But I think he blagged his way into being the muscle, and then suddenly he got down to like fighting time, and he was like, no, this isn't for me. I found a couple arguing onto which ship is better at the docks, and I got roped into a conversation there about which ship is better. And because of that, I picked the ship. But basically, my the people I'm with, my what are they called, teammates, or whoever they are, my crew that I rock up with, and they just started chiming in and said this, and this, and so I was like, oh, I'll listen to what he's saying then. And he's saying this shit's better, so I went with that, and I got 300 gold out of it. I was like, he went, here you go, I'll take this. This is what I waged on it anyway. I bet that this would be the better one, and thanks for agreeing. Here you go, you can have it. I was like, what? It's just random stuff just happening in this world. You can just stumble across. I mean, I didn't even go there planning. I was just running around the place looking for these totem pieces, whoever it is. And I'm stumbling across all sorts. That's what I think about this game. It's so well
It's
curated.
from the people that made New Vegas, so you're gonna get that kind of thing. Yeah, it's just one of the things you do in New Vegas. You just rock up on people in fridges. So of course you're gonna find grave robbers.
Yeah, and it's just like very, like it's not a huge, like it's not a never-ending open world where, like a Skyrim or an Oblivion or a Starfield or a lot of Bethesda games where there's just a lot of nothing in the gaps until you come across something. I feel like it's well curated and made with intentionality of like certain areas you are gonna. It's not a huge open world. It's like this fixed sort of space, and there's going to be things dotted around in certain areas, and you're going to go and wander around and find stuff going on. And it's not all quest based. It's just stuff going on in the world, and if you come across it, so be it. It's just very. It's a very cool game. I like it a lot right now.
You'll still be there after Assassin's Creed.
Yes, exactly. I mean, who knows? I might bounce off Assassin's Creed to the point where I'm like, I might just be thinking, I want to get back to Avowed and finding out what I'm doing. It's one of them. I don't know.
The thing is, for me, I love new games, as you know, but I hate new games because they always need an update. They always seem a bit ropey, like Cyberpunk. Or what else has come out recently? That Star Wars game. They always seem not finished. So when there's things like Avowed that's been out for a few weeks that I've had that time to update, because there has been a few updates. Like, I keep in the chat just to see what's going on, so I know that's like more ready to play. And I don't want to go to. Yes, I want Assassin's Creed, and yes, I will play it, but I'll be like, oh, it's a bit ropey here, or it's a bit ropey there. So I'm always a little bit put off by new games, but who knows, with their extra polish, whatever that means for the past 6 months, maybe it doesn't need that. But yeah, Avowed, it, like you say, it's a very good game. It's very fun. It should get more press than it's getting.
I think the press has done it well. I think it was well reviewed.
I didn't really look at the reviews.
I just don't think it's necessarily got the cachet, and I don't know how well it's sold. It's also a Game Pass game, so it's one of them games that's like it fills out the catalog nicely. It's a well reviewed game.
Oh, that's why I've not played it then, because it's only on Xbox.
Xbox, yeah, there's that. Yeah, you need a Series X.
I do, but Kevin keeps telling me I don't. Well, no, next time we go to Costco, because like the other times I've been to Costco, they've got them in stock. The last time I went, they had 0. They had the Pros, but they had no Xbox X's. And I have, because like I have mask one. Basically, I wanted to buy a shark mask before Christmas. Kevin said, no, don't buy yourself one. And now I know why, because Santa brought me one. So I have like $250 in the bank. I know X's are more expensive than that, but I have that $250 already. So if I just save a bit more money, maybe I can, because I yes, I do like Lego, but I'm also getting into FunWhole as well. And I like FunWhole. FunWhole is another Lego company. I know FunWhole. Yes, Fun FUN and then Whole WHOLE. Yes, I know the name sounds really dumb and not great. They are changing the name because people are just going, what name? But yeah, I really like FunWhole, because the thing is with that Lego is they don't, like on Lego, every stud says Lego. On this Lego, it doesn't, and I like that aesthetic where there's not all that, because when I'm putting real Lego together, it takes me extra because I have to make sure everything's the right way, or I'll feel it will make me not want to put it together. With this Lego, I can just snap it in. But yeah, I'm enjoying FunWhole at the moment. So FunWhole is a little bit less. So what I buy with FunWhole, the extra that I would have paid for the houses and Lego, I just put aside, because it's like £50-60 difference, because I'm putting the cinema together. If you go and try and find the cinema now for Lego, you're looking at £300-400 pounds. So yeah, maybe I'll just save up and buy an X, and then the games will actually look presentable, because they look ropey on the S, people. I'm not gonna lie, they look ropey on the S.
Yeah. But and you get a disc drive on the X as well, so you could buy physical.
Disc drive! I can buy games!
Yeah, you get physical games again.
I haven't bought an Xbox games in years.
Well, there you go, and you'll be able to play all your old ones.
It seems like old ones. I've had a few.
Yeah, it writes itself, and it's just like it seems you're losing money not having one now.
I know. Well, maybe
when we go
games. Back to Costco, if you've got any.
Yes, indeed. Keep an eye out. Keep it.
Because you get it. Yeah, it's like I might get one when we go.
You've got to sneak one in underneath that massive Pikachu of Kev's that he keeps threatening.
They have a website, Anna. Why don't you just?
Yeah, but you have a website, but they won't show me the prices because they won't let me sign in with my card. I need Kevin's card for it for some reason, because it's under his company. So I can't see the prices. But I'd rather just get one, because Kevin then can record it, and it just makes it funny.
Yeah.
Because then Kev will buy his Pikachu.
Yeah, you've
and
got
I'll
to sneak onto the Pikachu. And then when he comes
he puts that in there, and then I just go, I'm just going to go to the toilet, buy that. trundle over to the trolley while he's looking at me and just shove it underneath Pikachu's bum.
Yes,
That'd be
exactly.
great.
Exactly. There you go. See, the heist is on.
It is.
But yeah, other than that, I have nothing else to say about games. I don't think, other than I've dabbled back into Fortnite now that Split Fiction's over.
Ooh, He's
Yeah.
Back in
dabbling.
Fortnite. I know I shouldn't. Well, it's not that I shouldn't be. I need to finish the battle pass, but it's fine. This season's fine. It's nothing amazing. I figured out why there's a baseball bat in the game this time, because Shohei Ohtani's in it now.
I don't know who that is. I thought you were going to say it was peanut butter jelly time.
Famous baseball player Shohei Ohtani. So he's turned up. I think he's in the store right now, and so there's suddenly quests relating to baseball, I think. So I don't know, but yeah, it's fine. Because I'm only playing it like very little at the minute. The standard of games are much easier because we're not played in a long time. We're getting like dropped down like the matchmaking list, so we're not playing and getting high results sort of thing. So we're not going up the rankings, as it were. We're just playing down at the bottom of the league where there's a lot of bots and a lot of average players. So it's not as frustrating. But that is your lot from me, Sheepdog. Wrap us up.
Cool. I can't remember what Kev says, but you can follow us on everything at Mgukpodcast, and I'm on Blue Sky at Sheepdog6K.
I'm at Miss Lujo. I don't know what Blue Sky is.
You don't know what Blue Sky is?
Nope.
It's the thing that we all went to when Twitter got really.
I don't really use
Nazified.
Twitter if I'm on. I went on Twitter today and I just saw some things. So I'm just going to delete this. It's awful. Isn't
Yeah, go Blue Sky. It's just that, but nicer.
I'll have a look for Blue Sky. I'll go for the
Pabby?
App Store.
Yes, I'm at Pab 1986 everywhere.
Have a good week, everyone.
Yep. Bye.
Thanks for listening, folks. See you then.
You're welcome, Pabby.